Well, hello folks. Hope you can see me all right. We're at the Indian Boundaries Campground in Tennessee, just off the Cherahalla Skyway. Someday I'll learn how to say that. It's a combination of Cherokee and Nantahala, the two forests that it splits. So it's a pretty nice campground. I love this place. This is one of the nicest places. It's $20 a night, $10 for old people. It's got electricity and plenty of water and wonderful hot showers. If you want to see the campground, check out, I'll put the video up here of the campground review. I've been here 3 times, I think, and I've done reviews, I think, every time. And we're going to be here through Friday, and then we're going to go and see how the dispersed campsites are and how crowded they are. And we'll have some cooking for you, some nice, interesting meals to make, and we'll have some fun. All right, stick around. Let's play the intro, and we'll be right back. Bye-bye. Well, we've been here before, but this is just an impressive waterfalls. This is the Bald River waterfalls, and there's a trail to the top, and I think we're going to climb it. So, if I'm dead tomorrow, it's because of that. Well, next to the falls, there's this hiking trail. It says hiking trail right there on the sign. So we're going to see if this goes up behind the falls, which I'm hoping it does, because that's where we want to go. It looks like a lot of up. So we'll be huffing and puffing. So we'll let you know when we get there. Gosh, it's like Angel's Landing. It's got chains to help you up. It's pretty interesting. These are going down. Figures you have to climb to the top and then you climb down. I hate that because that means I've got to climb back up to get down. Alright. I don't know how long those rocks have been there. And here's a bridge that Akila didn't like. Yepper. This is the top of the falls. God, you can feel the rumbling. It's just pounding water. Just down, down, down. So this is where we are, way up here at the falls, and this is wilderness area up here, and it's a pretty good hiking area. So nice. This doesn't come through, we'll look at it on my maps, but there's the trail, Trail 88, and this must be a pretty neat place to come and backpack and follow the river up through the gorge. Gorge hiking is always fun. When I see these roads that are so close to the rock like this, you just know these are old railroads that went through here, taking out the logs, and any minerals and stuff. This is a cool road. There are so many great big overhanging rocks like this one. Here's one that's hanging way over. Look at this hanging way up there. Way over the road, and it's a big rock. There's another hanger. Overhanger. And you wonder, you know, these are all broken, fractured up rocks. I wonder how often they fall on the road. On today's special cooking presentation, we have some soft tortilla tacos. We have some taco blend cheese, shredded, of course. We have some nicely sliced tomatoes, some extremely spicy pre-cooked chicken, because I didn't want to take all that time to cut it up and do it. And we have vegetables of peppers, onions, green peppers, red peppers, some mushrooms, some other stuff in here. Excellent food. We're going to prepare these on the stove. Now, I chopped up all the vegetables and everything at home and just put them in plastic bags ready to go, and we'll cook them on the stove here. But if you want to see that, I'll add that in right now. And if you didn't want to see that because it's just me chopping vegetables and putting them in plastic bags, it is cooking the meat and adding spices and stuff like that. But if you want to skip all that, just jump ahead about 4 minutes, all right? And meet me back here at the stove. All right, so I'll see you in a few minutes at the stove. Paprika, turmeric, garlic, onion, cumin, cayenne, and chili. And we'll add some shiitake mushrooms. Shiitake mushrooms are a beefy tasting mushroom that have all sorts of good properties to them for viruses, colds, immunity boosters. They're quite an amazing mushroom. Now there's quite a lot of spices on here on the chicken, and so that'll carry over when I put the vegetables in the field at campsite. Once I'm sure all the chicken is cooked, they're browned, and the mushrooms have wilted down a little bit. Mushrooms have to be cooked. If you don't cook them, you don't get any value out of them because the lignins in their cells can't be digested. Now that's ready to go in a plastic bag as soon as it cools down. I'll just let it sit there and absorb the juices. And when it cools, put it in a plastic bag. And we'll cut up the tomato and get that in a plastic bag. And then we'll have all our ingredients for our meal. All right, so we got the fire going. Always a lot of butter. These are non-stick pans. If you want to do it non-stick, low fat, you don't have to have butter, but everything tastes better with butter. And then I add the meat first because meat's the most important thing to get fully cooked. And it is already fully cooked, but it's got to be hot. So that goes in the pan. We'll let that simmer a little bit. And if you did skip the the 4 minutes of prep, this has a bunch of spices on it and shiitake mushrooms. Shiitake mushrooms are something you should eat about once a week. It'll keep you extremely healthy. They believe it's anti-cancerous. They believe it's anti-high blood pressure. They believe it's all sorts of things. So I eat it quite a bit, and my blood pressure is normal now. I'm not, but my blood pressure is. So consider shiitake mushrooms. You can grow them at home. You can actually buy the kits and grow them at home. But the wind has finally died down in the eastern Tennessee region, western North Carolina and eastern Tennessee. Now we'll add the vegetables. I'm afraid this pan might be a little too small, but we shall see. Now the great thing about doing this at home is that you're not going to see me crying over the onions. We'll see if I can flip this without going everywhere. You're not supposed to put a lot of food all around your cooking area. It attracts animals, believe it or not. Well, this is warming up. We'll get a little butter on that. You don't need quite as much butter on this because this is just going to be for the... Oh, did I say what these are? These are quesadillas, whatever they're called. Come on, come on, over. My preference for any vegetable is that it be cooked until it's limp. I'm from the South now. I don't like crunchy vegetables. Well, I do like them in Chinese food, but peppers and onions and things like that, I like them non-crunchy. So it's practically impossible to have them non-crunchy. I'm just heating these up, cooking them for about, I don't know, maybe 4 minutes at the most. It'll be edited about 30 seconds for you guys, but meantime I'm going to get a taco shell for this. Now if you know how to make these, normally people use one taco shell and they fold it over. Well, in my opinion, that requires some kind of talent, which I do not have. So we're just going to make, I'm going to show you the way I learned how to make them, so you don't need talent. Alright, I think this is done. So now we're just going to lightly put this on here, and we're putting it all on there because we want a nice thick one. And we're just going to move this over here. You don't need the bigger one. And now, before it cools all down, We want the cheese on it. Lots of cheese. I'm just going to pour it on. What the hell? Look at that. Oh. And now, before we put the top on it, because we're going to put a top on it, we're going to put the tomatoes in there, because I like tomatoes. And they're cold and not really crispy, because tomatoes aren't supposed to be crispy, but this is getting there the way it should be. And we're going to put the top on it and pat it down well. Pat that down well. And now we're going to flip it. And this is going to be the technique of tricks. You want to watch this. I've seen them do this on a real griddle. I don't know if I can do it on this or not. What do you think? What do you think? Oh, we lost a little bit. Back on the fire for a few minutes while the janitorial crew cleans up the grounds. He's liking that stuff. I don't know about the dirt, but you know, he's not really big into peppers. But now that's cooking back on the fire. Just about a minute and a half. And that'll be good. Alright. There it is. We could try to flip it again, but I think that's too dangerous. So we're gonna move it right onto here. Put it like that. We're gonna cut it. And I think you're supposed to let it cool down a little bit, but in any case, these are our lovely quesadillas. Oh, hey, don't be coming apart on me. All right, I got enough here for others. Jump out of the screen there and get it. And that is the dinner for tonight, along with a cold beverage of my choice, which I will not share with you because I don't want to disrupt your clean mind and healthy bodies. Akela's going to have a stick. All right, so that's tonight's dinner. Thank you for watching, and we'll be back with some more of today's activities in just a minute.